He left me at the hospital, but that wasn't the end of my story. I didn't think abandonment would sound like silence, not shouting, not slammed doors, not even goodbye, just silence. The kind that fills a hospital room when the person you trusted most walks out and never comes back. I remember the smell first, antiseptic, cold, sharp, the kind of smell that reminds you you're not home. I was lying on that narrow hospital bed, weak, barely able to sit up, my body fighting something I didn't yet fully understand. But what hurt more than the illness was the empty chair beside me. That chair was supposed to be his, my husband, the man who once held my hand and promised, in sickness and in health. But that day, he chose neither. He just left. No explanation, no reassurance, no, "I'll be back." Just absence. At first, I made excuses for him. Maybe he was scared. Maybe he needed air. Maybe he'd return with food or medicine or at least a reason. But hours turned into days, and days turned into something heavier than loneliness, clarity. You see, abandonment doesn't just break your heart, it rearranges your understanding of love. I started asking myself questions I had never dared to ask. What does commitment really mean? Is love still love when it disappears under pressure? How many women in hospitals around the world are lying in beds, waiting for someone who will never return? That's when I realized this wasn't just my story, it was our story. Across cities, across countries, across cultures, people are being left behind in their most vulnerable moments, not just in hospitals, in marriages, in friendships, in life. The day I was discharged, I didn't go back to the life I had before, because that life was built on a promise that didn't survive reality. Instead, I chose something harder. I chose myself. Divorce wasn't the breaking point, it was the awakening. People asked me, "Why would you leave him?" And I wanted to ask them back, "Why should I stay with someone who already left me?" Healing wasn't instant. There were nights I cried until morning, days I questioned my worth, moments I almost convinced myself to go back, just to not feel alone. But something inside me refused to let go of one truth. Being alone is painful. But being abandoned while still in a relationship, that's a different kind of loneliness. So I rebuilt, slowly, piece by piece, not into the woman I used to be, but into someone stronger, wiser, and impossible to abandon, because I no longer abandon myself. And here's what I want the world to understand. Walking away from someone who left you is not failure, it's courage, it's reclaiming your dignity, it's rewriting your story, it's choosing a future where your presence is valued, not tolerated. He left me at the hospital, but he didn't leave me broken, he left me awake. If you were in my place, would you stay or would you leave? Tell me your thoughts below, because this conversation matters more than we admit.